What tips do you have for studying for the LSAT? Hi, pre-law students. My name is Amina Jones. I'm an attorney licensed and practicing in the state of New York. And I am often asked the question of what tips I have for studying for the LSAT. Even to a point that after I passed the bar, I offered to help someone study for the LSAT because I was feeling myself. I was feeling confident. And I took one look at those questions and I said, oh no, girl, you're going to have to find somebody to help you out because it ain't going to be me. But I will share the tips that I can share from studying for the bar as well. Personally, I think the LSAT is unnecessary. I think the LSAT is torture. However, we have to deal with it. So I am here to help you as much as I can. But some schools also agree that the LSAT is not that necessary to determine your success in law school because now they're also accepting the GRE. Now, if you don't know what the LSAT is, it stands for the Law School Admissions Test, and the GRE is the Graduate Records Examination. I didn't do that well on my LSAT, but I only took it once. I was not going to let it take over my life. I basically said I'm going to submit my score, submit my grades. We'll go from there. If I don't get accepted, then I'll try again. But I was not going to commit my entire life to taking the LSAT. I just was not. I'm not going to tell you what I got because I don't want you to be like, well, shit, I'm not taking mine over either. And then you don't get accepted. Then you hate me and blah, blah. If you message me and you really need to pick me up, I will happily tell you what I got, but I'm not about to put that on video. The first tip I would share is guard your time. You need to be studying for this LSAT as if you have a job, okay? As far as the amount of time you need to study before you take the exam, I would say no less than 2 months. I remember studying for the LSAT for 1 year. I don't think that much time is necessary, and obviously it's not because I didn't do that well. However, I would say no less than 2 months. And the reason why I say that is because 2 months are generally used in order to study for the bar exam. So if you're taking the LSAT exam, give yourself no less than 2 months to study and guard your time. As far as per day, I would say no less than 4 hours a day. That might be excessive, and I would be happy and appreciative if my colleagues chimed in and told what their experiences were, but I would say probably no less than 4 hours a day. But just be consistent. If you feel as though you're getting the content and you're getting the material, then by all means you can reduce it. 4 hours seems excessive, but I would say no less than 4 hours. So you definitely could do 1 or 2 hours a day, but be consistent and guard your time. Don't, for instance, wake up one day just seeing where the day goes and say, oh yeah, I have to study for the LSAT today. No. Every day at 4 o'clock, you need to know I'm going to be studying for the LSAT or whatever time it is that you decide to carve out for that. The next thing I would say is practice. You don't want to spend your entire time like I did reading strategies and how to do it. Practice those questions like you never practiced them before. You need to get used to those questions. You need to get used to the format and be comfortable by the time it is time to take the exam. The next thing I would say is read the call of the question first, meaning if the fact pattern says, Susie has 5 apples, she gives 3 apples to John. John gives 2 apples to Gary. Gary eats an apple and gives 3 apples to Susie. How many apples does Susie have? The call of the question is, how many apples does Susie have? And yes, I realize that John only gave 2 apples to Gary and Gary gave 3 apples to Susie. Gary went to the store, okay? But the call of the question is, how many apples does Susie have? You need to read that first before you read the fact patterns. So the entire time your brain is sorting through this material, trying to figure out how many apples Susie has. You don't want to get to the end of the fact pattern, then read the question, and then I'm sure you will have to skim back through because now you're looking for an answer that you didn't know you needed before. Find out what they're asking you so that the entire time you're reading the question, you know what answer you're looking for. The next thing I would say is take notes. Make sure that you're not reading the question and getting lost in the question. Take notes. Underline, highlight, make notes so that you can stay focused on the answer that you're looking for. The next thing I would say is review all of the answer explanations, even if you got the question right. While you're taking practice questions, make sure you review those answers because you could have gotten the question right for the wrong reason. So read through the answer explanations for all questions, not just the questions that you got wrong. The next thing I would say is answer all of the questions. Skipping over a question is not going to do you any good. You get more points for the right amount of answers that you get. So you want to make sure, even if you have to guess, answer all of the questions. Do not skip any questions. If you're running out of time, pick a letter, pick a multiple choice, go all the way down. Do not leave any question blank. Leave no stone unturned. And the last thing I would say is relax. If this is your purpose and this is your calling and you are meant to be an attorney, you will get into law school. Do not stress. Stress is not conducive to anyone. Don't stress out about it. Don't stress out about it. When I was taking the bar exam, honestly, the LSAT is so long ago I can barely remember, but when I was taking the bar exam, I went to Bath and Body Works and I got aromatherapy lotion. This lotion is a focus lotion. I also got a candle, but obviously you can't take a candle into the bar examination room. But I got aromatherapy lotion, focus lotion. So before I started studying, while I was studying, I used to massage my hands with this lotion. And it had, of course, aromatherapy. So I can smell it. It relaxed me. I prayed, I meditated, and while I was in the bar examination room, I also had this lotion. So I massaged this lotion into my hands, I prayed, I meditated. Obviously not while I was taking questions, but during the questions or if I was feeling nervous or unsure, I would really focus my mind. Even if I didn't know what I was supposed to be choosing, relax. You make better decisions when you are relaxed. So if you can do that, if you're into aromatherapy, try getting a lotion or a scent that will trigger your mind and trigger some sense of relaxation when you are taking the LSAT, you are in the examination room, or even if you're at home. I'm pretty sure they're doing it remotely because of COVID, but whatever it is, just relax. You got this. This is your calling. This is what you're meant to do. Nothing is going to get in your way. Your story is already written. You got this. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any additional questions. Please send me a message. Please comment. Please connect with me. I'm on Instagram at blackgirlatlaw, as well as my lawyer, Amina. I wish you the best in your journey to Esquire, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.